Suppose that x is a Poisson random variable with a mean equal to mu. So the mean takes that little symbol mu right there. Now we want to compute the probability that x is less than or equal to k, or x is at most k. That means we want to figure out the probability that the number of occurrences of something is at most k over some given time interval or some given interval. To do this, we're going to have to compute the probability of no occurrences over that interval, plus the probability of one occurrence over that interval, plus the probability of two occurrences over that interval. And then we're going to keep going until we get all the way up to the probability that there are exactly k occurrences over that interval. Now to compute these separate probabilities, we're going to have to compute the probability that there's I occurrences over this interval. This looks like e to the negative mu, mu to the I, all divided by I factorial. It's that PoissonCDF option we did in the other tutorial. Suppose that x is a Poisson random variable with mean equal to 8.4, and we want to compute the probability that the number of occurrences is less than or equal to 3, so that x is less than or equal to 3. That means we'd have to compute the probability that x is 0 plus the probability that x equals 1 plus the probability that x equals 2 plus the probability that x equals 3. That way we're less than or equal to 3. Now each one of these we're going to use that formula above if we want to do it the long way, or we can use the PoissonCDF option that's built into the calculator. Now to use this we have to feed in two numbers. The first one's going to be the mean, and the second one's what we want to be less than or equal to. So we type in 8.4, and then we type in a comma, and then we type in 3, and what we get out of the calculator is going to be 0.03226. So to do this in the calculator, we want to compute the probability that we have at most 3 occurrences. The x is at most 3. So we do this by hitting on second and then going to vars. And then we have to arrow down until we find the PoissonCDF. C stands for cumulative, and D is distribution and then function. So we enter on that. Then we have to type in the mean, which is 8.4. Then we need the comma. Then we want what we want less than or equal to be, which is 3. And then we use the end parenthesis. Then we're going to enter, and we get the probability that we want. Now, if our calculator is different, we're still going to go through second and vars, go down to that PoissonCDF. Again, the CDF stands for cumulative distribution function. And for these calculators that have the stat wizard, we're going to get a little menu once we find that PoissonCDF. The first option there is a lambda. That's supposed to be our mean, so we'll type in the 8.4 there. The x value is what we want to be less than or equal to, so that's going to become our 3. Then we're going to go down to paste and hit on enter. And what we'll see on the screen is that PoissonCDF, and then there'll be 8.4, comma 3, parenthesis. If we'd enter, we get the same probability, just like we did the first time.